What is this?
It's 2016. I am walking down the hallway of my dad's house and I walk past my stepsister's room. Now my stepsister calls me into her room because she has just discovered something very explicit for the first time that she wants to show me. So I walk in and she's very, very excited. First time ever seeing this stuff, she's litten up. And she tells me to take a peek.
What are you
So
linking
I do.
me?
And little did I know, what I'm about to view is going to be my absolute downfall. And I am disgusted. I can't even look at it. But I remember asking her, what is this stuff? What's it called? And she says porn. So that word porn is on my mind for about a year. I have no urge to watch it. Then I'm playing on the family iPod one day. And a pop-up pops up. A very explicit pop-up that I have seen something similar to this before. So I click on it. And it's an extremely dodgy website. But there's a lot of interesting content on there.
Oh,
So I start scrolling through the content.
interesting.
And I'm starting to get aroused now. I wasn't
Oh.
aroused before, but I'm aroused now. I don't know my potential yet, but we'll get to that. And I start discovering like the niche topics, the very, very niche topics. Now these are disgusting to me now and to me then. And I remember about a week goes past, I'm bored. And I remember the videos that I saw that weren't the niche ones, they were just the normal ones, even though I wouldn't even call them normal. So I'll get in the habit of watching these around 2 times a week for 20 minutes. It's very interesting to me, it's very stimulating. I had no real reason to watch it, I was just learning a lot from this type of content. So I do this for about a year. No one knows about it, I never was caught. I don't think I was anyway. And then I start liking a girl. A very, very feminine girl. Right, she was a very bold spirit. I'm not in love with her. That's even the right word to use. I'm 12 years old. For her body, I am attracted to her because of her personality, her spirit. I find out this girl likes me, so we become boyfriend, girlfriend for about 6 months. I have no urge to watch it at all. None. I went a year watching it, maybe twice a week, no urge to watch it. Then we break up, around 6 months in, break up. And 12-year-old, I'm a little sad for about 2 weeks. Nothing crazy, but you know, get your heart broken. For around 2 weeks, I was a little sad, but as 12-year-olds, our emotions are always fluctuating, so I was back to normal soon. And then in the summer holidays of 2018 to 2019, because if you're in Australia, summer is December to February, I went over to my nan's house, Nan and Pop's house, who live around 3 hours away. It was a normal day. Got there, played in their farm because they had a massive property, played with the dogs. I was just having a really good time. And then I get into bed and I'm bored. So I think of this. I haven't been on these websites for like 7-8 months now. Let's do it again. And I start binge watching the content for hours. I stay up extremely late. And then I discover what I can do. Holy shit. That was a feeling like unlike any feeling before. This video might sound a little cringe to some people, but you will understand why I'm making this video in a minute. But I remember after doing it, I thought something was wrong with me. I didn't know what it was, right? Had no idea what it was, so I started doing research. Don't really know what research I did, but I ended up finding out that it was a part of human nature and it was completely normal. So you implant someone like a 12-year-old in his mind that watching pornography is normal. I start doing it maybe once a week. Nothing crazy. I have really no time and energy to do it every day. But I start doing it once a week. And I go into high school and my confidence with women has dropped because I'm already pedestalizing them just a little bit. And porn became a way for me to experience deep connection with somebody without actually attaching myself to them and maybe...
I can't really connect to this because when I was 12, like shit like this wasn't that accessible. Like, bro's a lot younger than me, so like when I was 12, like I said, I just had Victoria's Secret magazines, bro.
risking getting rejected by somebody. I could just experience it on my phone, no risk. It just took 10 seconds to type up. I didn't know it was bad for me. I thought it was a part of human nature. I remember around, I'd say...
Yeah, this is like very unrelatable for me. Like I don't really get what it feels like because I didn't have porn videos available for me.
3 or 4 months of heavy consumption. I can look back at it now.
It was 12 in 2019? What the fuck, bro?
And I can genuinely say that I was manipulated by porn. Like it had screwed over my mind. It had completely rewired my mind. I didn't know this at the time, but if I look back at it now, it definitely did. 100%. I would find it boring playing basketball with the boys on the weekend. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that for more than an hour now. Going for walks down the beach, boring. Talking to my friends,
Okay, going for walks on the beach sounds boring as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
boring. Talking to a girl, couldn't do it, but I'd love to if I was confident. And of course, this was part of puberty as well. Men become, I guess, a little bit more lustful or more desirable for sex because they're maturing, right? It is. It's part of human nature, but it's just
Why did it just get hard midway growing?
Not the cause that was the issue. My grades started to go down because I had very, very little energy, and because I was very, very anxious. I wouldn't put my hand up in class anymore. If I didn't know something, I wouldn't ask a question on it, meaning I would probably get it wrong. And as we grow old, my friends start talking about it. You know, they start talking about how they watch it, and that makes you want to do it even more because I know it's even more normal. I'm not the weird fuck anymore, you know? But I could never admit that I watched it. All my friends admitted it, but I could never admit it. I don't know why I couldn't. I could never admit I watched it. At the back of my mind, I knew it was wrong. Within 3 years,
Bro, you Zoomers have it so good. You know, when I was in Korean middle school, we had this one dude who, so back then we all had flip phones, right? We all had flip phones, and this one dude somehow always had porn. So because it was a flip phone, he basically had a flip phone tiny ass screen recording of that porn, and he was like, yo, look what I got. Guys, look. Oh my god, you're titty. And then we're all looking at this fucking little tiny ass screen. Fucking, you could see the pixels on this shit. And we're like, oh my god, what? Like, and then, like, it's just, I can't relate to this at all. Like, my upbringing was so different. My era was just completely technologically irrelevant to what he's experiencing.
From completely despising pornography, couldn't even look at it, to now, when I'm
sure a lot of you guys can relate to this a lot more.
That's the only thing on my mind. But I remember a year goes past. It's early 8th grade.
Why is he showing a picture of South Korea? Did he grow up in South Korea? This is South Korea. This is the Hangang River, and there's the 63 building.
And this is a very, very significant event because I remember it just like it was yesterday. My family and I are going out for lunch. Right. I think it's lunch. It's not dinner, it's lunch. There's probably maybe 10 of us there. Yeah, the whole family, aunties, uncles. And I get sat around 10 meters away from a really physically attractive woman. And she looks like the women I watch on these porn videos. Looks exactly like one of them. And I've never experienced that in real life before. So my soul just gets killed. All I'm thinking about is lust. All I'm thinking about is this girl. My family asks me questions. How's school going? How's basketball going? Right? All the questions you ask. And I just give one-word answers because I'm constantly looking at this girl. I wasn't that down bad that I was going to go bust one off in the bathroom. I was never that down bad, luckily. But I was very close to it. And I remember that day after we finished lunch, I'm on the way home, and all I'm thinking about in my head is just women, women, women. I want a girl, bro. I want to lose my V card. I'm 14 years old at this point. That's all I want to do. So I have completely gone from an innocent kid, or semi. And
I don't know how much further I'm gonna watch this because I can't relate. So I've never understood people who become like, So like I've been super degenerate. I've been a gooner forever, right? But I never in my life have I been the type to been like, oh my god, I need to have sex IRL. I can't believe I'm still a virgin. I need to have sex. I need to lose this now. I need a girlfriend now. I've never felt that. So like I don't understand that mentality. It like doesn't make sense to me. Like I feel like, you know, his mentality he's talking about up to this point, I think that's the background story of an incel. Legitimately, almost every incel I've heard of, this is how they go. They get to the point where they're like, I need to lose my V card. I need a girlfriend now. I need a girlfriend now. And then they go, approach a girl, get rejected, and say, oh, girls are evil. They don't deserve men like me. And then they fucking turn into an incel. Like, that's how it happens. So, like, I don't understand that mentality, how they get to that mindset. Some fucking weird shit. But, yeah, I don't know. I can't watch the rest of this. It's kind of, I can't relate at all. It's because you've always had your figurines. No, I fucking didn't, okay? Stop trying to relate and just listen to a story. Damn, you spitting facts?
The innocent kid.
I think it's a
literal
disease at his level.
NPC who
That's
craves
why we can't relate.
lust 24/7. And this caused me to do it anytime I went out in public. So anytime I'd go out in public, I would do it beforehand, especially.
Okay, you know, I thought I was a gooner. Never mind. Maybe I'm like a safe gooner. I think this guy is like an ill gooner, you know?
Before my basketball games, because I would usually get distracted in my basketball games from someone sitting on the side.
But this might be what we're talking about like actual people with porn addiction, you know? Or like it's gotten to that point where they're actually like borderline nymphos, you know? Where they're just addicted.
Or something like that. So I did it before that. And I didn't realize this at the time, but it was playing a lot into my performance. I was getting more tired. I felt less athletic. I didn't know this, but I realized this when I started to realize it was bad for me, which I'll get to in a minute. So I'm increasing the amount of times I'm doing it now. Went from maybe once a week to maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I wouldn't do it before school because school was kind of a familiar environment. I'd only do it when I went out somewhere where I wasn't.
Wait, that's crazy though. He said he only did 3 or 4 times. That's still less than
really familiar with, if that makes sense. But I remember I started feeling extremely tired during the middle of year 8. Like very, very tired and very, very anxious as well. So I went to the doctor. Now, he didn't prescribe me any medicine or whatever. My diet was kind of shit. My sleep
for
was
what?
shit.
I'm assuming ZZD's
Basically,
gonna have drops
everything
when
in
the
my
servers
life was bad.
go live.
And I had very, very low self-confidence, which I guess contributed to that issue a little bit. But I'm no doctor. I don't know. But if I look back at it today, I think the root cause of all that was my porn consumption. I might be wrong, but this is just from my experience. Now, this is probably the biggest part of Jack Pickett Law that my real fans will know. I tried out for a bigger team that would get me, I guess, access to scouts that would allow me to play college basketball, D1 college basketball one day.
Hey, Ninja
Now, I
Turtles,
try out
looking
for
for the
this team.
prime.
I don't watch porn. I don't do it. I think it's like 2 or 3 days before the tryout. I don't even want to do it. I'm just constantly thinking about what I can do to impress the coaches. So I don't even have an urge to. But I go there, do pretty well on the first tryout. I'm not going to go very deep into it. If you want to go deeper into this specific story, I will leave this video in the description because I go into it pretty in detail there. But basically, after the 4 tryouts, I get cut. I haven't done it for about 2 weeks. So I have maybe the biggest urge ever when I get home. Ever. I've decided to give up on basketball at this point. I'm not going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not good enough. I'm never going to make the NBA. So I start watching it every day. Now I start watching it twice a day. Now I start watching it 3 or 4 times a day. Now we're in lockdown, so I stick with that 3 or 4 times a day. Porn has become my purpose.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get up.
Honestly, I bet you
do it.
COVID was like
I
big,
go play
big
some more
boom
video
for
games.
porn.
I do my schoolwork I need to do for the day, which is maybe 2 or 3 hours in lockdown. I do it again, video games, do it again, video games, do it again before I go to bed. Constant cycle for I think around 3 or 4 months. And I start noticing that my skin starts getting really pale. Not a lot of pimples, I'd maybe get a pimple or 2. But I think that's mostly, I guess, your diet and how much water you drink and your hygiene. And I'm no doctor though, don't listen to me. But I felt I looked extremely pale and I felt extremely drained because I was doing it so much. And I think everyone wants to look attractive, so I started looking up online, how can I get my skin more smooth and maybe more tanned and look more attractive, look more vibrant, because I also wanted women attention so I could naturally
that's what
do it
Donald
with
Trump
somebody.
did?
I didn't want to just do
And
it on
then
pornography.
That's why he looks the way
So I
he
started
does
researching
now.
ways, drink more water, get more sun,
Donald Trump was
too
like,
much.
how can I look more
Get a better
tan?
diets, all this type, new skincare, all this very, very simple things, right? And I try these out and they do work a little bit, but I still feel pale and drained. It feels like I'm sick all the time. I don't feel sick, but I look it. Now, this is where this video gets a little bit, I guess, not controversial, but it's not completely fact. It's just from my experience. I looked at these people, this is no disrespect to anyone, by the way. I looked at these people who were giving me advice on clear skin, and they had clear skin, but they didn't have glowing
Sure, Daniel, thank you for the
Their
6.
skin wasn't
Got caught
vibrant. I
trolling.
see some people and their skin is vibrant. Their skin wasn't that. no one ever mentions semen retention. So, because my feed on YouTube is mostly this skin care type of stuff, self-improvement now, I come across this video from a YouTuber called Gabe Got That Glow. He doesn't make content anymore, or you might haven't really checked out his channel for a while. But this guy is the definition of a Giga Chad. Jacked, the smoothest skin I've ever seen in my life. And the title of his YouTube video is No Fap plus cold showers for 30 days equals next level glow. Now the OGs will remember when I saw this video. I click on
Holy shit, there's so many of those videos online though. Ugh.
I don't know what no fap is at this point. I discover that it's no porn and no jacking off. So I'm like, this is the cheat code. This is what I've been doing so much. This is why I haven't been able to get vibrant, clear skin. Now, some people believe that semen retention doesn't do anything. Some people believe it does. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Not at all. I believe
I think the clearest my skin's been in my life was at 0 retention.
it did a little bit. It made me more confident and my skin cut started to get better, but I'll get to that. So I have this surge of motivation.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
I'm never going back to this shit ever again. But I haven't discovered how hard it is going to be to actually quit this stuff. And then I do it the next day because I can't beat it. It's at night. It's a really strong urge. Again, I'm doing it 4 times a day. Like, I'm no joke, 3 or 4 times a day at the minimum. Because it's my purpose. And I do it again the next day. And I just can't beat that urge at night. It always comes. I can't beat it. And after around 3 or 4 months of this constant cycle, I'd get to maybe day 4 and I'll just relapse. After 3 or 4 months of this cycle, this is another part of Jack Bigot law, I did it 8 times in a single day.
Damn!
Now again, this is going to sound really cringe to some people, but I don't look at it as
numbers.
cringe because it was an effect of a really deep cause within myself.
Hope he drank enough water.
Some people who don't understand, you know, what corn addiction can do will just cringe at that number. But if you're watching this far, you understand how dangerous it can be. All right, so I did that. And after I did it the 8th time, I felt like I didn't have a body, bro. You know, you drain everything out of you, you know. But
Just take
the
a nice
positive
nap.
to that was that I knew I was never going back. Never. I planted that image in my mind that I was never going to go back to. Like, the image of my mind of how regretful and how shit I felt the last time I did it. I couldn't even get to sleep that night.
What?
Right?
Damn.
And I made it a promise I was never going to do it again. So I go a week without it.
Sleep like a baby
Haven't
after.
even viewed it,
you know?
haven't touched me willy. Haven't done it in a week. I feel very productive. I have more energy, not a lot of energy, but more energy than I used to have. And I should be on top of the world because I've beaten my 4 days I used to always relapse on. But I feel very lonely. Extremely lonely, the most lonely I've ever felt in my life. Even though this is the time where I should be the most confident.
Bro, I feel like this is where, and I know this isn't really a solution, but this is where I'd say replace an addiction with a safer addiction. Like, if he replaces porn addiction with, like, an MMO addiction, or, like, you know, addiction to playing a certain video game, or something like that, you know, addiction to, like you said with basketball, you know how he said basketball was, like, distracting him completely from porn, and, like, how he was just locked in, right? If you just replace this porn addiction with another addiction to something that's a lot safer and a lot better for you, like, you can distract yourself so easily. Like, chat, when I was like insanely addicted to playing MMOs, right? I couldn't fucking quit. But then I just replaced it with gachas. You know, it's just that easy, right? I will admit, when I was like the worst down bad gigagooner phase, right? I also just replaced that with being addicted to gaming. If I was so addicted to playing video games 24/7, I had no time to goon, bro. It was fucking, every moment I could take to goon would be a fucking moment I would be taking off of grinding. So I would be like, no goon, I must grind, and I'm fucking grinding, you know? And that's just like how you defeat the goon. That's how you defeat the demons, by replacing the demons with a different demon. But like, it's safer. It's not as, you know?
The most connected, the most in love with, like, self-love, right? But I feel the least of that because my mind has been corrupted by porn to crave that urge of connection. I don't feel connected. I never built a connection with myself. I've always needed someone external from those porn websites that are fake to fill that void within myself. And I battle this demon for the next week. So I'm 2 weeks off it. I'm proud of myself, but I can't let it go away. I'm not going to compare this to a drug addiction because I'll never have one. But people mention like
Yay,
the
we don't buy that
withdrawals that
shit
you
alone,
have.
bro.
What do you mean?
I don't know if that's what I'm referring to here, but I guess it's similar.
Bro giving
I don't
tips
know,
how
if
to
any
destroy
expert in
your
the
life in
comments,
multiple
if any
steps
expert
and different
is
ways,
watching this
Omega
video,
dance.
let me know if those were withdrawal symptoms. Because I believe they were, but I might be completely wrong. I'm just a fucking guy yapping on the internet. But it was that strong that I caved in. I gave in. I couldn't do it. I was so lonely, bro. I was so lonely. And I only felt more lonely after I did it.
Chad, I don't think I've ever had a porn addiction then, you know? I feel like I've been pretty good with it. Like, I legitimately don't think I've ever had a porn addiction. No, don't say lie meter, because I've never, like, I've 100%.
Don't forget to update
No,
your
it's not
Z's,
fucking
Mr.
cap.
Fob.
I've gone months without fucking gooning before. Like, legitimately. Like, especially when I'm, like, really locked in and, like, doing other stuff, you know? And I've never felt this, like, relapse or just, like, oh my god, I need to. Like, oh. Like, you know, I don't understand the things he's saying. Like, I've never mentally been there. So, like, I legitimately don't think I've ever had an addiction, you know? Like, sure, did I dabble in the gooning arts? Yes. But I don't think I was addicted to the gooning, you know? It was like another thing. It was like just another part of the day.
Okay, bro, I just joined and this
I was
guy
extremely
is
regretful.
already
I made it
talking
2
about
weeks,
gooning.
but the yin and the yang, I had
Listen.
a lot of confidence that I could go further. I made it 2 weeks. I can do this for the rest of my life. I know I can. I just got to get
Exactly.
through
Like,
these
I
initial
think I engaged in gooning in moderation, and I had control of it, right? I never let it control me, you know? And that's the difference. I think for people who are genuinely porn addicted, I think they let porn control them. And like they feel like it's like people who are addicted to anything in life, where they feel like they can't get through the day unless they do that thing, you know? Like people who smoke, people who do drugs, even me with gotcha games, right? Like I feel like sometimes I legitimately get pissed off when I forget to do certain gotcha dailies, right? Like that's bad. That's an addiction, you know? So like it's the same thing with this. This guy sounds like he's literally like gonna lose his mind if he doesn't goon. I've never had that. If I don't goon, it's just like, oh, I didn't goon, you know? It's not like I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
stages. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. These demons every day, and I just call them lies. I just keep calling them lies, lies, and lies, and lies. Giving in to this urge is not gonna solve the issue. It is only going to delay it. It's only gonna make it stronger. It's only gonna delay it further. I'm just gonna feel it next week if I do it now. I have to go through this if I wanna grow. So I'm making a month. And I start to see some of the benefits that Gabe Got That Glow has been talking about. Increased energy. I'd say increased confidence because I've gone 30 days off something that I was heavily addicted to, but I'm yet to see clearer skin. I can see a little bit of it, but not much. I'm not glowing yet, which was the main reason I was doing this. So if I didn't get that benefit, honestly, I probably would have gone back to it. And now this is the biggest challenge I ever had. It was around, I'd say day 40, 50. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember. But it was in between 30 and 60 days. I remember that. I go up to my nan and pop's house again. I don't think anything of it. I think it's just going to be normal. I've got rid of this addiction now. The smooth skin's starting to maybe come in a little bit. But I hop into that bed again. That same bed where I discovered my potential. And it hits me, bro. I remember the feeling, the first time ever, how it felt so good. And I was ready to do it. So I opened up the hub and I was scrolling through the videos. My heart was beating 1,000,000 miles an hour. My willy was rock hard. And
Me willy.
I was just sweating. I was like, because I went from doing it so many times to not doing it at all. Right, the urge is going to be so big, but I couldn't get myself to do it. I couldn't get myself to do it. I'm not going back to day 0 because I know the pain of regret is going to be so much stronger than the pain of discipline. I know it. This pain of not giving in is going to be so much better than the pain of regret.
He did it, chat.
I got all that urge
He
all
beat his
night.
demons.
I can't go to sleep. I don't even think I slept that night. I can't, but I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I promised myself I'm never doing it again. I made that promise to myself, and if I break this promise,
Take notes, Fob. I'm
don't know where I'll
I'm not addicted, so like I don't.
So I wake up the
I
next
can't
morning,
relate.
wake up, I get up, I can't remember, but I remember the urge slowly fading away. I get up, I go for a walk, I go play some basketball, I talk to my grandparents, and I get little urges from here on in, but they start getting a lot
How
smaller
are we
now.
still watching this when
My
there's
skin
infinite
starts getting
gotcha
all better.
dailies to
I
do
start really
kilometers?
glowing. Now, if I have any pictures, I'll put it up here, and I want to get back to that. My sleep's been very shit the last couple of years. I've just realised it. So, Prime Jack's coming back. Give me 2 months, and hopefully I'll be glowing again. So I start telling my friends about how I've quit it.
God, there is no correlation to clear skin and semen retention. Let me just put that out there. This is purely fucking just anecdotal. All right.
How I've quit porn, and I don't know if that was a good decision to make or not. But I told him.
Yeah.
And I remember one of my mates, just for fun, or I don't know if he was being serious or not, he showed me it in class. It was like a kind of a test to see if I was gonna enjoy it or not, want to watch it. But I look at it, and I don't want to look at it again.
Let's pull your old search history,
This
Fob.
might-
Are you
I
still
don't wanna
interested
tear
on
up, bro.
Dick
This might
Girl
be
on
tears
Mail
of
and
sadness.
Food?
Shut up.
Tears of emotion. But I felt like a kid again. I felt like my 10-year-old self again, bro. And I realised when that came, when that moment came, I realised I'd beaten it. I realised I'd beaten it. And I was extremely proud of myself. I was, because I'd come a long way. My confidence wasn't there with women yet. I was still very, very nervous because I'd never really talked
So
to
this
girls.
is what I think. I don't think it's semen retention, right? I think honestly, his clear skin.
Goonmaster, is this video relatable?
Nah, not really. Unless you actually have a porn addiction. I feel like the reason he probably has clear skin is because his mental state was 10 times better. I wholeheartedly believe. You know how in Revenge of the Sith, Padme dies not because she's actually like health-wise like on the verge of dying, but because her mind is like broken, right? Like that, where like she dies of a broken heart, right? And I feel like there is a connection between, obviously this is fucking pseudoscience shit too, but like I wholeheartedly believe there's some connection to do with your mental state in life and where you are and how healthy you are mentally and how you view yourself and all that, and your general health. I think if you're someone where you are in a good spot in life, you're happy and all that, your health is going to be a bit better. I think if you are someone depressed and all that, then generally your health is going to be worse. So
talk to girls. I've built that confidence up over the last, I'd say, few months, 100%.
it's factual, Fob, not pseudoscience. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a
The most
doctor.
important part of the video is now the most important part of the story, and this genuinely might make me tear up, bro. Honestly, because and this might sound really cringe to some people, but it means a lot to me, man. And hopefully it can mean to someone watching this video. I remember around maybe 6 months after I was off it, I was sitting outside of my nan's house that I discovered what I can do at their house. And I was just sitting out there looking at the sunsets, nature, just having a conversation with her, just about life. I could never do that, bro. Never. I could never connect with someone like that because of my porn addiction.
I don't know, man. I've never had a porn addiction, so I can't relate. But damn, is it that bad? Jesus. Well, that's why addictions are tough, right? Like you just can't beat it. Shit's rough. You just replace one addiction with another. If I'm gonna replace alcoholism with drugs, it would mean that I was an alcoholic before. Yeah, but
Why
that's
is
not
Fob
true,
addicted to talking
right?
about porn and addiction?
I feel like, no matter what you guys say, chat, I don't think I'm actually addicted to like gacha games and stuff like that. Now, am I addicted to gaming? I don't think I'm addicted to gaming either. I just don't have anything better to do. So like it seems like I'm addicted to gaming, but I don't think so either. In my opinion, NoFap is appealing to people because people who are generally dissatisfied with themselves want to think that just making one change in their life will solve all their problems. It probably actually ends up working out for some people because of placebo though. No, 100%. It's a mental thing, right? Like I was saying, it's a mental thing. That's like saying I have no new addiction. Bro, I really don't think I am addicted, right? Like I could quit any of these gacha games at any point, right? You see me quit them nonstop, right? Like, you guys call me the fucking biggest tourist for a reason, because I drop these games left and fucking right. You know? Meaning you go back to them. I mean, can I go back to them? Sure, but like, it's not like I need to. It's not like, chat, like, I'm not like having a mental breakdown because I'm not playing these gacha games, right? Like, sure, like I said earlier, do I get pissed off sometimes
Good
if I
luck on
don't
Astra
fucking...
pulls, everyone.
Hey, thank you, Applebomb. Do I get pissed off sometimes if I miss a fucking daily? But, like, I think the only game of recent that I've been pissed off that I missed a daily was only Girls for Online 2. And that's less so because of me getting pissed off at myself, but, like, that was just, like, me being like, oh, man, like, you know, a bunch of Fobbits are going to be pissed off at me because I missed dailies again. And then it kind of sets our guild back a day. And then shit like that. So that's like what I get pissed about, right? It's less so about like the act of playing the actual game. It's more about like letting other people down, right? So like I wouldn't even say I'm addicted to that either. So the problem is spending thousands of these stupid fucking games. You're addicted and literally can't help yourself. No, I 100% can. But like, again, like I tell you guys, chat, if I was in a position where I was about to fucking actually be homeless, if I didn't if I like kept swiping, then sure. But like, I never put myself in that position, right? I wholeheartedly know I am safe to swipe, you know? Like, sure, okay, if I swipe less, could I have a house by now? Probably. But like, you know, don't have to rush into that. Go slow and steady, get to that house eventually, you know? Almost certainly.
Reminded this guy of Nikkei Union raids and gives me the excuse it was because Henri didn't remind him really.
Okay, yeah, but seriously though, like I don't log into Nikkei every fucking day. So like you have to remind me. If you don't remind me, I'm not gonna fucking know. Okay? Savings are important, but for years you didn't care about that, but you did care about games. Well, I didn't care about savings while like years ago. I went paycheck to paycheck because I was a lot more immature at that time. I was someone who didn't really think long term. Like, even now, I actually have savings, right? Like, right now, chat, I can 100% guarantee you, I have enough savings to get me, like, through a whole year with rent, utilities, like, all of that stuff. Like, I do have that, right? But back then, I didn't even have, like, if I got cut from a job, bro, Lord save me, I had no savings. I was going paycheck to paycheck, full raw dogging my paychecks, just off rip. They come out, swipe into a gacha game. Like, 100%, I was doing that. But that was not so much because I think I was addicted. It was more so that I was just, like, super immature. I wasn't thinking, like, long-term on things. Like, whenever, like, people would tell me, oh, you need savings because what if you get sick? I would just, in my mind, be like, oh, just don't get sick, forehead. Right? Which, like, I'm not wrong. But, you know, like, that's probably not the best way to go about things, you know? Yeah, you're mentally ill. I mean, I didn't really get sick. I got COVID that one time, but, like, besides that, I didn't really get sick. So, as your parents never teach you about budgeting? Nope. You might not be addicted to the game, but you're definitely addicted to getting characters. I dare you to skip Astra Yao. Well, like, but there's no reason for me to do that, you know? Like, what do I get by doing that? Proving to a random person named Ricardo Matus, 1998, that I can do that? Like, what does that get me beyond that? Like, that benefits me in zero way, right? Like, that gets me nothing. You get cash? I mean, sure, does it save me some money? Yeah, but, like, do I need to save that money right now? I don't really think so, you know? So, doesn't seem like it's a necessity at all. Like now, if you're telling me you're gonna fucking give me $5,000, $10,000, then bet. Okay, you know, I might, I might think about it. All right. With the amount of money you make as a CC, you should have way more money for your saving than for a year, but you're addicted to gacha. No, I agree. Right? I know what a lot of my other CC friends are like positioned at. Some of them are getting homes, stuff like that, and some of them I'm a lot bigger than too, at least on Twitch. And I am nowhere close to getting a house, but some of them are getting houses. And it's like, you know, it does, trust me, chat, okay? As much as it might frustrate some of you, it doesn't frustrate, listen, Just know that it frustrates me more than it frustrates you, okay? Let's just leave it at that. And now, obviously, it's a simple fucking answer of just don't swipe forehead, but like... anyways, yeah.
Saving Fob from going homeless fund. Fob
Does it frustrate
1.
Lily? I'm sure it does frustrate Lily, but I think we've got a good balance of where we're both
You need to
working
start
towards a
saving
house.
more money so you can replace that same coconut head ass wig you've been wearing
Oh,
for
shut
2
up.
seasons now.
Where we're both saving for a house, but like she's saving more for the house. Meanwhile, I'm paying for most of the stuff in the now, right? So like we got that nice split going, right? Jackass, holy shit. What do you mean?
Just stop using dumb logic like they sponsored me so I have to S6.
Chat, pretty much all daily expenses, food, most all that shit I am paying for, right? Meanwhile,
I think we're
that
getting
frees
somewhere.
Lily
Fob.
up
Acknowledgement
to save
is
for
the
the
first
house.
step.
And that's like, you know, it's a fair exchange. Or am I married? Not yet. Maybe this year. I don't know. That's a topic I've been fucking, I don't know, man. It's the issue of like, I don't know, it's a daunting task. Lily's not here so I could talk about it, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like obviously I think within this year I want to get engaged, but it's like the how, you know? Like I don't want to just do like I don't know, man. It ain't just that simple. You know, I don't want to do something really fucking lame, you know? So it's like, plan it, bro. Exactly. And with the way I stream and do things, planning a good proposal is really fucking hard. Like, let me just say this, chat. Would it not be insanely obvious to Lily that I plan to propose to her if I'm like, all right, chat, you know, I've been streaming every day for 3 years. I'm going to take a couple of days off. It's going to be like, well, oh, no shit, right? That's going to be obvious. Like, it needs to be like, I need to somehow make it work where it's not fucking stupidly obvious, right? So, just live stream it and be big surprise? No, that makes no sense. Still going with the gotcha proposal? No, motherfucker, that's a terrible idea. I got married through an argument, easiest shit ever? Wait, what does that mean? You got married through an argument?
Do an Earl stream of the stupid idea where you wanted the gachapan wedding ring shit PFFDTT.
Yeah. Bro, even if you make it perfect, they'll always know, so don't worry about it. She will act like she didn't. I mean, maybe. Maybe. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I would say probably expect it within this year, chat. Expect it within this year. Hopefully. I really hope it's within this year. It's like there's multiple things that are like that are on my mind about it, right? Obviously, Lily and I have been together for a long time. And like I feel like it's just like no brainer at this point. And then on top of that, like I have one grandparent left. And it would be very nice if that grandparent saw me get married before he passed. And he's 96. He ain't getting any younger, okay? So, I gotta make it happen, like, soon.
Just begging Hoya.
It doesn't fucking help. My mom called me the other day and started talking about how she really likes kids again. And, you know, she's asking me when I'm getting grandkids and when I'm getting married. I'm like, Mom, what the fuck? Leave me alone. Ronaldo had children without marrying, so okay, yeah, but don't think that'll fly with my family. I don't know about that one, bucko. Let's you know, just propose already, little bro. You gonna buy me the fucking engagement ring, huh? See, Lily keeps talking about how, oh, she doesn't need an engagement ring. It could be anything. Like, she's fine. But then, like, I feel like everybody probably says that shit. You know? We're already buying it for you? Yeah. Just take us to the store. Let's pick a ring as chat. Fuck no. Donation barber. Yeah. It'll be the craziest surprise for Lily.
Engagement ring fund.
Oh my god, no. It'll be the craziest. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Imagine, chat, I just put like a donation bar on the bottom. It says engagement ring funds. Lily will never know. Lily will never know what. Are you gonna invite Fobbits to your wedding? Bro, don't. Lily has.
Get her a
there's-
ring pop.
If and when, chat, I'll let Lily tell you guys her fucking ridiculous plan. She's got some crazy old plan. Refund your C6 and get the ring. Yo, so I heard I'm invited. I'll be arriving early. Just letting you know in advance. Shut the fuck up. You can have a kid before marriage like a big T? Yeah, but like that's
1
your,
year, Mr. Fob.
you have to
Pray for
understand
me,
that's a
chat him
value.
experiencing
That's
kidney
your,
stones,
each
and
person
I want to
individually
cry
has different
from the
values in
pain.
that aspect. So I'm not gonna judge him or judge anybody else if they do something versus like, you know, what I decide to do.